I come at this time to reveal myself to the earth, that I am the God who lives, the God who is alive and who is not dead. I have come to reveal to the earth at this time that I am the one and true and only God. For there is much false, there is much that has been spoken about and worshiped in the earth that is false. Yet I have come to reveal myself at this time. As I said in the days of Moses, when I delivered a nation, I will get my honor upon Pharaoh. And I speak this once again in the deliverance, not only of this nation, the United States, but of the nations of the earth. And yes, I speak of Canada, Australia, the nations of the earth at this time. For I have spoken and I have declared in my word that when my judgments are in the earth, men shall learn righteousness. And it is why that men have looked to me in the hour of my goodness that passes before the earth, but also to reveal my judgments. And I speak this at this time because you are not to fear what is about to take place even in the coming days and week and even through your new year. For it will look as though that there are setbacks and trouble and trials. And you will say, surely I thought that we were going forth and we were winning. Do you understand that the God who parted the Red Sea allowed certain things to look impossible for the enemy in its pride and ignorance would walk right into my setups that were my traps? I speak this so that you will understand what I have declared. And it is my pronouncement for this season. And as you enter into your new year, I have said to behold, I have said to look and to pay attention. And I have not changed my mind. For I have and I do even at this time remind you that I have said I am doing new things. This is a new season. And old things are and shall and will continue to pass away in the season of the new. Therefore, do not be troubled over New York. For it shall be said, and they will say, what has happened to New York City? The apple, the big apple, has become rotten to its core. Yet I say, this is a setup, my setup, so that you may understand that I am dealing as I did in the days of Elijah. I am dealing with the false. I am and will continue to deal with your false media as I did with the false prophets of Baal. But now I shall deal with the false politicians of Baal. And I will allow them for a season to think that they have their term. But you will see something happen if you will continue to pray. A red line shall be drawn of justice that shall cause an assembling of a house, of a senate, of a branch, an executive branch, that shall have the power of my restraint, my reversals, my reset, that shall even cause the judicial branch to have judgment come to the judges, that will cause a shaking and a removal of those who said, we cannot be removed from our bench, for we are supreme. You have touched the supreme God. Therefore watch the new. Watch New York, as it shall be said, they have become rotten. But yet I speak of the new. You are the branch of my pruning, New York. Therefore you shall blossom, New York City, in the hour that shall come after my fire falls, to judge those who shall rejoice over their term. I will prune that the rotten apple shall fall to the ground in its season, and something new shall come out of New York City, that shall be not only the branch of my pruning, but shall look red. For the apple, not in this season, but in a new season that will come of my shaking, that will make the big apple red. In the new, New York, your state shall be red. And I speak of you, New Hampshire. You shall wear red, for a New Jersey shall come to you, New Jersey. For there will come conservative values restored, but not until the rotten, the corrupt, and those who think that they stand in a place of power, I will cut it down. And you will say, but we thought that it would be longer. Whose terms is it? It is mine. And I have come to judge at this time. And I say to you lastly, you've been in an hour where the enemy has turned up the heat 7 times hotter, like in the days of the fiery furnace of affliction of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. But something shifted it. And this is what I speak of. It looked as though it was their terms, their term, their season, until I showed up and I extinguished the fire. You will see this spring forth, and you'll see it carry you to the time of your midterms. The degree that you pray, you fast, you assemble, you vote, will be the decree that my fire will consume the false and bring great destruction to those who thought that their tower, their agenda, their seats would be held onto or acclaimed. Draw a line, and I will take my finger and I will bring a division that will cause my justice to reign. We worship you, God. We worship you. I heard the Holy Spirit say one other thing. There's some things that we're about to see. Be very wise with your words, for the enemy has come to mock you by your words. I've told you these things ahead of time. so you will not come into agreement with what you think is taking place, or will be the permanent future, or even a prolonged season. Listen carefully, Canada, Australia. It's your season too.